Hello everyone and welcome to another devlog. This one is just going to be pretty simple, talking about some iterative design I've done, talking specifically about this scanning system, the visuals of it, and how even in the demo I put out, I felt that this one that's currently existing is quite ugly, and I originally had planned to just, leave it and I would just fix it at a later date because I didn't want to get caught fiddling with it too much, because I just wanted to get content in. The problem I encountered is that I have realized in the playtest that this vertical alignment I've done is not acceptable. The reason why has to do with targeting. So say I'm down here, if I press up, I'm pressing up right now and it's not going up to the weapon, but if I press left it goes to it. So for some reason in RPG Maker, targeting goes left to right and not up and down. So 2 rows doesn't really work out. There's also some sort of thoughts I had about layouts of enemies, and having it above them just seemed like it was causing visual flow problems. So I decided that in order to avoid having to do this work twice, because if I keep using this model I have to keep doing this vertical one and putting it above, and I don't want to keep going back too much and redoing all these encounters to replace all of the scans that appear. So I just decided I'll finish or at least get something in that's better looking, so that way I can move on to having it on the right or left of the enemy. So like I said, this was a bit iterative. I tried once and I didn't like the results, so then I tried again, and let's go show you this middle step before I show you the actual final results. So you see with this one, I wanted something a little more visible. In addition to being ugly, this is kind of hard to see and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I came up with this sprite, which I'm actually animating using a side view battler animation plugin. So it's just looping 3 frames to do that. And in GIMP I just lowered the opacity, and I lowered the opacity in the actual animation editor of this. And I do like this one a lot better than this, at least visually. Definitely there's some problems with the fact that it's so big and the fact that it's I can't really place where it is. You see how this is kind of trying to point to where this weapon is, because that's the point of this, is that extra bit of immersion is that this thing is pointing at the thing that you're going to attack. So with this it's just kind of like I can't really place it accurately, so it just does this, and that was kind of a problem I saw with it, so I can't really use this one. I also was not sure about the visuals. I was kind of iffy on it. So let's check out the last one that I did. And this one's, I think, finally something that I can live with, at least for the foreseeable future. You can see that it's kind of coming from here, going here. So it kind of connects the two that way. And again, I lowered the opacity again just because I kind of was, originally was fully opaque, and kind of realized that makes it not immersive because it's not like actual physically present in the real world. So I decided to lower the opacity, and that kind of gives it this feeling of being a digital representation of what your character's seeing rather than the actual thing. And yeah, I think that will at least wrap it up, or at least maybe I'll get some feedback on this and people will be like, this looks stupid, so I'll have to try it again. But for now, at least for the foreseeable future, I can leave it as this for all the way into alpha or beta. I don't need to really change this, it works. I will say that this takes up a lot of space because RPG Maker's troop placement is kind of bad. Like, this is the entirety of the window that I've used here, and for some reason it's very centered. But I do know of a plugin that allows you to change the placement of things based on like actual pixel command, like coordinates. So I might end up doing that so I can use more of the screen here for the bigger fights, because this is running in 1080p and RPG Maker doesn't know what to do with all this space, so it just puts everyone in the middle here. Yeah, like I said, that's all I have about this topic. If you have any opinions about these visuals or anything, or I don't know, the iterative process, then leave a comment or hit me up in the forums. Alright, I'll see you later.